DreAllDay.com.
What's good, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Right now, we're going to talk about mentors. People ask me about mentoring often, and often people are looking for mentors. People who are on the come up. You're getting better, you're doing your thing, or you want to get better at doing your thing. You're looking for someone who can mentor you and teach you. And the first thing you need to understand about mentors is the people want to mentor. Successful people are always happy to share how they became successful, how they did the things that they did. And sometimes people ask me something like, what's some advice you would give to your younger self? Well, listen, I can't talk to my younger self. Only person I can talk to is you, or somebody out there, someone who's on the come up, who is where I used to be. So people do like to offer themselves as mentors to others, maybe not specifically in the ways that you want them to, but I'm going to tell you here in this video exactly how you can work with a mentor when you have a mentor, and how to keep that mentor and actually bring value to the mentor as well as them bringing value to you. Point number one is this: do for yourself before you ask the mentor to do for you. Do for yourself first, meaning don't come to your mentor, whomever you want to be a mentor. And another thing about mentoring, before you even get deep into this, is that someone can mentor you from afar. A person doesn't have to sit down with you for coffee and donuts every 2 weeks to be your mentor. Somebody can mentor you through their YouTube channel. Somebody can mentor you through their podcast. Somebody can be your mentor through books that you buy that they already wrote. So being a mentor does not have to be somebody being one-on-one with you all the time. The first thing you need to do with a mentor is do for yourself first, meaning don't come to a mentor and ask them something that you could have found out on Google. All right, don't come to a mentor and ask them something that they already wrote about in their book that you obviously didn't read. Don't come to a mentor and ask them to answer a question for you that you can answer on your own if you would just take some initiative and put a little bit of effort into figuring out what you're trying to figure out. Do for yourself first before you come to the mentor, to show the mentor that you're serious. Because if somebody comes to me and asks me a question that they can find an answer to on Google, I had somebody come to me the other day and they said, "Dre, how can I play college basketball?" I'm like, what the fuck kind of question is that? That's just a stupid question. You might not think it's a stupid question. You might think there's a reason that they're asking it, and maybe you have a defense for that person, but it really doesn't matter, because I'm the one who thinks it's a stupid question. I'm the one that's being asked, so I'm the one who gets to say that that's a dumb question. And I'm moving back and forth there because this car is coming while I'm recording, but we're gonna do what we gotta do anyway. Do for yourself first means get the information, actually take some action, and when you come to a mentor with a question or a challenge or a problem, say, look, this is the challenge I'm dealing with. Here are the things that I've done already. Here's where I'm stuck. Here's the specific question that I have. Specific question. Not the general question, not the, hey, what should I do? Not what information or advice or tips do you have? Those are stupid questions. Those are useless questions. Those are the kind of questions that will lose you a mentor, or even before you even get a mentor, you'll never get one asking questions like that, because it's obvious that you're not paying attention. It's obvious you're not serious. It's obvious you haven't done any work for yourself. Who's going to work with you if you're not working with yourself? So the first thing is do for self. Right? So you need to do a whole lot of work before you go looking for a mentor. Before you go asking somebody to tell you what to do, before you go with, never come to a mentor with a generalized, what should I do question, or how do I do this, or I need the information. Listen, information's free. If you're asking a mentor for information, you're not serious. I'm looking at you like you're a clown, all right? And I'm not answering your question. I'm going to get rid of you, or if I answer you, I'm going to clown you and maybe make you feel stupid for even asking me such a stupid-ass question. Help yourself first before you go to a mentor. Am I clear on that? Point number two, offer some equity to your mentor, meaning nobody in this life wants to do something for nothing. Everybody gets something from the things that they do. Even if what they're doing is quote-unquote for free, they're getting something out of it. Meaning, if I'm putting these videos out and it's helping 1 or 2 people get better or get smarter or do something for themselves, it's helping me in a way, because now people know my name. You might pass my name to somebody else. You might meet me one day and say, yo, I watched the videos and it helped me a lot. And that makes me feel good. I get a positive vibe from doing it. So everything in life doesn't have to be about an exchange of money for goods or services. When you come to a mentor, they want to help you because they may want to have a legacy of having 100 people, 1,000,000 people, 1,000 people who they helped, who they gave information to, who now become, their disciples, people who keep their name living on when they're no longer doing their thing, or maybe when they're dead, or maybe when they're not around, you're passing their name around, telling other people, hey, read their book, hey, look at their YouTube channel, hey, listen to this person's podcast. These are all things that are payoffs for somebody being a mentor. It doesn't have to be an exchange of money. So when you come to a mentor, Here's what I'm talking about here when I say offer something of equity. When you come to someone and ask them to be your mentor, tell them what they're going to get. Tell them what they're going to get and how they're going to win as a result of being your mentor. And I heard Napoleon Hill say when he was writing the book, he wanted somebody to write the foreword to the book or write the introductory chapter to the book. And he wrote a whole bunch of letters to a bunch of people saying, hey, could you write the foreword for my book? This is the name of the book. This is what the book is about. Could you do this? And nobody responded. Then he said, let me change my approach. He wrote a different type of letter. And he wrote to one specific person and he said, look, the bird about to fly right into. He wrote to one specific person and he said, look, I want you to write the intro to this book because you have already had success. You've done this thing, you've done that thing, you've achieved all this stuff out here in your life. If you were to write this intro, it would give back to a whole bunch of people, a whole legion of individuals who will be able to live on with your knowledge, with your experience, with things that you learned, the things that you taught. It will live on long after you if you write the introduction to this book. So basically he was telling the person who he was asking, hey, this is what you're going to get. This is the benefit that you're going to get for doing something for me and for this millions of people who are going to read my book. So it's just another way of phrasing and explaining to people what they're going to get out of helping you out. And this is something that Robert Greene talks about in the 48 Laws of Power. Nobody does something for nothing. You want people to do something for you, talk about what they're going to get, not just what you're going to get. And point number 3, again, we're talking here about how to get and how to use mentors. When a mentor tells you something, the mentor gives you some advice. And this is when you're working directly with the mentor. Somebody's mentoring you or coaching you or consulting with you, and they say, do this, change this, start doing this, stop doing that, change the way that you're doing this thing. When a mentor tells you to do something, do it. That's a simple enough piece of advice, right? If I'm mentoring somebody and I say, show up to the gym at 7 a.m. and you get there at 7:30, we're done. Don't come again. Don't call me again. Don't text me. As far as I'm concerned, you're dead to me. Because I told you to do something, you didn't do it. You come to someone and ask them to help you get better or to advance or to move on or to get started, to get your foot in the door, and they tell you to do something and you don't do it, obviously you don't want that mentor. That's the end of that relationship. Because understand, if you're coming to someone as a mentor, they have success that you don't have. They have achievements that you don't have. They don't need you. You need them. So if they tell you to do something and you don't do it, then you should already have considered before you decided not to do it that relationship was going to be over. So every time a mentor tells you to do something, even if it makes you uncomfortable, even if you don't want to do it, even if you disagree, do it anyway. Because you came to them to be their mentee. You want them to mentor you. They tell you to do something, just follow what they're telling you. If you don't want to follow it, then let them know, I don't want to follow it. Thank you for your help, but I don't want you to be my mentor anymore. Because as soon as they tell you to do something, you don't do it, that relationship's done. That's the way that I do it. Anytime someone asks me to help them or mentor them or anything, as soon as you stop doing what I tell you to do, I'm done with you. All right, as Kevin O'Leary says on Shark Tank, you're dead to me. So let's recap. Mentors. Are mentors out there? Is it possible to get a mentor? Yes, because successful people always are willing to share and talk about how they became successful. All right, we all like to talk about how we're all narcissistic. All right, anyone who reaches any level of success in anything will be glad to talk about how they did it. And we can't talk to our younger selves. People always ask that question, what would you tell your younger self? Well, the stuff that we say is the stuff we would tell our younger selves. We can't tell our younger selves, so we tell you, whoever happens to be that mentee of the mentor. So how do you find and use a mentor? Number 1, help yourself first. Don't come to a mentor and ask them something you could have found on Google or could have read in their book or could have learned from watching their YouTube channel or could have got from listening to their podcast. Do something for yourself first. Then come to the mentor with a specific challenge, a specific question that shows you have taken initiative and taken action on your own. Number 2, offer something of equity to the mentor. What is the mentor going to get from mentoring you? You could become a success story. Listen, name anyone who's become a success in anything in life. They had someone who passed down some information to them to helped them, that took them under their wing, that at least set an example for them, even if they weren't a direct mentor, right? And then they shopped them out. Like how many rappers you hear come out and say, well, Jay-Z did this for me, or how many basketball players talk about Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Kobe or whomever. They give credit to people who came before them who set an example. That's something that a mentor gets. That is a payback for a mentor. So you need to let the mentor know in some way, shape, or form, hey, this is what you're going to get for mentoring me. I'll become a success story. I'm going to do this. If a mentor can look at you and see potential in you and see that you can become great, they'll be willing to mentor you simply because their name will be attached to your success. They'll feel a little piece of accomplishment when you reach success, but you had to show that your success waiting to happen, which means you got to be willing to take initiative and help yourself. And if you're not helping yourself, nobody's going to be willing to help you because you don't look like you're going anywhere anyway. You're not going anywhere on your own. Somebody getting with you, you're just going to be two people going nowhere. And number three, when a mentor tells you to do something, mentor gives you an assignment, tells you to change something, tells you to alter something, stop something, start something, actually follow what the mentor tells you. If you don't want to follow what the mentor tells you, then you didn't want to mentor in the first place. Do what they tell you. If you're not willing to do that, the relationship immediately is over. As Kevin O'Leary says on Shark Tank, you're dead to me. That's how you get mentors. That's why mentors are useful. That's how you use them. Work on your game. Dre all day. Oh yeah, before I even say that. In the game group, which is my membership platform, this is where I become your mentor. I become your direct coach. It's the best way to get coached directly by me without the price tag of being coached one-on-one by me. This is my strategy vault, my processes, all of my systems for success in business, personal development, basketball skill, and playing professional basketball. You choose your area of focus and you will be coached one-on-one with me. You'll be able to ask me questions, get your challenges addressed, see my systems, see my processes, and we work on getting specific outcomes, not just a bunch of information, but specific outcomes, specific goals, and specific achievements. That's the game group. The link and all the information is in the video description right down there, dreallday.com/membership. Work on your game, dreallday.com. Nobody out there needs more information. What you need these days is a strategy, frameworks, processes, how to actually take all the information that's out there, all the knowledge and content that's out there, make sense of it, and actually produce a result, a tangible result. That's why I created the game group. It is my membership site where you will get tangible results for specific areas: business, personal development, basketball skill, and professional basketball. Choose your area of focus, and we have targeted, specified outcomes every single month, along with live trainings, the ability to contact me, have your work critiqued by me, and a whole lot of other stuff. The link and all the information is down in the description at dreallday.com/membership. Get in the game group if you're ready to get some results and not just a whole bunch of information. Let's do it. Work on your game.